Let's look at using Metasploit with a different payload. Now I'm going to connect first to the VPN. I actually have a shortcut for this. So I'm connected. Now I've got to open up two remote desktop connections. And the first one's going to be to doesn't really matter which order you go. I'm going to go to my attacking machine first. And I like to remove everything here except the password, or the username. So this is the attacking machine. I'm going to go back in to my desktop here. Actually, it's a laptop. I'm going to open up the log into the machine that's running my target. My username here is test account. So on the target machine, I'm going to open up VMware and start up my 2000 server. And just to make sure that it's in the unknown condition here, I'm going to use the snapshot feature to go back to my starting point. And it takes a few seconds. We should do an IP config while we're here to make sure that we know what the IP number is. So let's give it a few seconds to restore. And hopefully it hasn't froze up. Looks like it's still working. Not sure why it's taking so long. It's up to 44%, moving very, very slowly. But it's still going up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same exploit. We're going to pick out a different payload this time. Give you some idea of what an attacker can do. Alright, there we are, 100%. We'll click in here and see if we've got control of it. IP config /all. Alright, we got 157.76. So my target machine is up and running, my target virtual machine. I'm going to go back over to the attacker. go up and start up Metasploit 3 GUI. Takes a few minutes to load Metasploit. Click on, open up the exploits, go down to Windows, click again, and again we'll run the DCE RPC the DCOM interface overflow. Right click on it, click on execute, and notice this this particular exploit works on NT 4.0, Service Pack 3 through 6A. Also Windows 2000, XP, and 2003. This is a very persistent vulnerability. It's persistent in the fact that the code that contains the vulnerability is has been included in versions of the operating system for several years now. So here's where we're going to select our payload. Now the first time we picked the add user command. This time let's go down to Windows/shell/reverse TCP. Now what this is going to do is going to connect back to the attacker and spawn a piped command shell. So what it's actually doing, it's actually opening up a listening port on your attacking machine that's going to accept this connection back. And you'll see how this works here in a moment. Forward. I'm going to move this up a little bit because we're going to need to eventually. Enter your target address. Mine is 192.168.157.76. Yours will be different. And that's all we have to do on this one. Okay, we're ready to apply it now. And I click apply. Now, notice over here under sessions, now I've got a something here, and it's looks like it's coming from 192.168.157.76 port 1033, and it's a shell. Now if I double click on this, I get another little window here. Now Metasploit's doing this for you. Now here's the spooky thing. Notice I've got a command prompt here, and it's in the directory it's currently sitting in is shown there. I'm going to type a command. I'm going to type host name, and it says its host name is 2000 server. Well, let's do an IP config here and look at the IP address 192.168.157.76. So what you see here is actually a command prompt coming from the target machine. So the exploit has worked, and the payload has commanded the target machine to send back a command shell to the attacker, and Metasploit's also told the attacking machine to open up a listening port to accept this. So what we have here is a command prompt from the compromised target machine, and we can do anything here on the command line that we could if we were sitting at the machine from the command line. I just did a dir. So let's consider the implications of this. So sitting right here on the attacking machine, now I have a command prompt on the target machine. Let's go back over to the target and see if there's anything else that's changed on the target. I can't remember if this particular exploit or this particular payload creates a user. Administrator tools, computer management. Users and groups. I don't see any there. Let's go back and see if we can figure out who we are. Have to watch where you click. See if we get a who am I command. It doesn't recognize that. I got a feeling that we're actually running as the system level. It's system level credentials here because of where we were, where the command prompt opened up. I have to check on that. So with this particular payload, we can sit here and basically run any command that we would at the command prompt if we were actually sitting at the machine. So that's another example of the possible payload, or a possible payload that could be used by an attacker.